Hi, my name's Daniel, and welcome back to It's Time We Talk About, the show where we discuss famous conspiracy theories and see what others think about them. Joining us today, we have
Me, my
Harry.
name's Harry.
So, welcome to the show, Harry. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm, I'm good. Why are we acting so posh?
But we are posh. What are you on about?
Okay, so welcome to the show. So first, we're just going to ask you a few questions, just so the audience can get to know you. Okay, so the first question is, who was your first crush?
First crush, Kylie Minogue. Back in the day, she
Young
had something about her.
when you were a
She had
child,
something about
went for the older one straight away.
her. always got to go for the older women.
Okay. Second question: if you could have a bath in anything, what would that be?
Milk,
Okay. Any reason?
because after a while,
It goes.
it goes off, and then you got cheese.
You're just there stewing in the bath.
I'll turn into a cheese man.
And lastly, in a parallel universe, would we be married? Do you think?
100%. The chemistry between us is just too good. We'd obviously get married.
Totally didn't do more than one take on this.
Definitely not.
So I think it's time we talk about the
The
moon.
moon landing.
Oh, I hate the lag. That was terrible. So the moon landing is fake because the American flag looks like it is flapping in the wind. So any thoughts on that, Harry?
I'm pretty sure
So we've got a
it
picture of the
might sound
flag here.
a bit wild, but I'm pretty sure there's not wind on the moon.
Yes, but
I
that's the
might
thing.
I,
So
I might be wrong.
people are saying they can see it flapping in the photo here. It does look like there's a strong breeze, like
It
the north
yeah,
wind or something coming in. So
it does look it, but could that be like placed there like that to make it PR? Because think this was back when the Cold War was alright, not aroused, but yes, when it was aroused. So Russia were like, we got to get to the moon first. Out of nowhere, USA just like, yeah, we're already on it. What are you going to do about it?
I'm
Now,
not drift right now.
okay, no. But in every American picture, the flag is always flapping, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe they're just doing it for a PR stunt to make
Okay.
it look flapping like, yeah,
So
we're America. Ugh.
that's fair enough. So I reckon, hear me out. It was done in a studio. With this photo alone, my theory at the moment is it was done in a studio, and some poor guy, trainee or something, has got like he's realised it's a summer's day. They're filming in these massive suits. He thought, hang on, they need to be cooled down, and he's just turned on the massive fan, and they've gone, oh shit, and then you just see the flag popping in the footage. It's like, no, it's okay. We'll just say it's space.
It's just space.
But like genuinely, people actually believe that there is a genuine wind causing this. Well, so what people said online is people have reported that because the way they moved the pole and trying to scram it in, yeah, I know idea.
I saw you do it. I was like,
It's caused
hmm,
like, these ripples and thing, which is understandable because of
yeah,
the way you move in space. But how do they
you
know?
bounce.
How do they know where to put the flag? How do they know what's a good part of land to put the flag?
Just random in it. Let's put it here. And it just walked off.
If you do, just go, it do, the cat's got the flu, we're stuck on the moon. You.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, there's theories of
Why haven't we been back since though?
sorry.
That's what confused. Why haven't we been back to the moon?
It's funny you say that because I've got a point which I was going to mention later on. 1969 was one of the last few times we went to space. America never went to the moon for months and years afterwards. So that's another reason why people believe this is recorded and made in a studio by executives.
I mean, in the future, I definitely think we'll have space travel, especially since what Elon Musk's doing at the moment with the SpaceX, isn't he? He's sending rockets up and they're coming back. we will see once for all if there's a USA flag.
Do you think you're going to
Or
get first class tickets on the
definitely, God, look at me. I'll be like, yo, Elon, brother.
It's like, hey, we go way back, me and Elon, you know, back when you could actually spell his name.
No. Imagine the biggest plot twist we got there. It's just a British flag.
No, we get there, we get on the bus. It turns out it's not a rocket, it's just an ordinary American bus. And you've got people dressed up in American suits. You get to Mars.
Good day.
It's a Studio 38 on the side. They just crossed it out. Mars. And inside they got some B&Q soil, which they've spray painted orange. And they've gone, yeah, here you go.
It's got to be B&Q. It's got to be B&Q.
It's cheap.
Anywhere else, no. Anywhere else, no. It's got to be B&Q.
And then you don't see a fan inside anywhere. There's not a single fan.
So you never actually know how they did the flag.
They've learned from their
Where's
mistakes.
the fan? Oh, we never used one.
We don't want them to get convinced they're in a studio, so we've got rid of all the fans. Another fact is there was no landing marks on the floor.
But there was the footprint.
Here it is. Here's the picture. You can see.
There is.
How do they?
There is no marks, is there?
What I don't get is how do they know there's no landing marks? Because obviously the marks would be underneath the actual feet.
Yeah, well, I think it's like dust in it on the moon, so there should be like some. What's it called?
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be
hitting this.
Surface is supposed to be harder than sand, so like I can understand if it was sand, you would lose the marks because it would just.
Yeah, but in that case, then how have they got the picture? If it's harder than sand, they've got the picture of, I think it's Buzz Aldrin's foot. If it's harder than sand, surely that shouldn't happen.
Actual, foot and sand shoes? What is it? It's just,
No, it's
just him on a holiday where he's forgot to turn the camera around. And it's just
I think probably the moon lander landed heavier than Buzz Aldrin, didn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, true.
Okay. If there's a footprint of Buzz's there, shouldn't there be like marks as well?
See, when I was looking up at this, obviously there was a lot of people saying there's no scene of the actual floor, but then the way they make it out is they're expecting to see imprints as if they've been there before. Like they're making it sound like the first time they landed, they're like, "Hang on, no, I can do this better." So they've just
Get rid of it.
It's like, no, sorry, I'm too close to the yellow lines. Just go reverse back down. So, yeah, you're in space. You're just there, like right, ready for launch. You just hear beep, beep, beep. You go through for years and years. They train just for something you would only experience once, and I think that's just crazy. Like they probably spent like a good year or so just trying to figure out how to land a thing. Now imagine if we actually saw loads of marks, I think it'd be even more embarrassing because they'd just be there. Like, I'm just trying to park it right. It's like your mum trying to find the perfect spot.
I don't like this spot.
It's like, I don't know. I think I'm too close to that rock.
Moon rock, actually. Get it right.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's like what I want to know is, that the sand called moon sand. You can buy it.
Yeah.
How do they know it's exactly like moon sand? Like
they've been up to the moon, obviously.
No, this is what I'm saying. They know what moon sand is, and they haven't been to the moon. Doesn't that just provide the evidence that it's done in a studio?
I never thought of it like that.
I've only just thought about it. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be sitting here and say the moon landing is fake because I'm a firm believer that it's true. But here we're just going to talk about what
just talk about it, innit?
Itself. Yeah, but it just opens your eyes. There's kids out there going, I've made a dinosaur. I'm having a wonderful time.
Again, with the American voice, because they're all stupid.
Yeah. I mean, that people actually believe we didn't go to the moon is very, I feel like it's, those people, it falls in the line with the anti-vaxxers, the flat earthers, and then the feminists. No. Yeah, no, I take that back. People watching, I am a feminist. I'm a part-time feminist. I just get paid the same. Another fact is the moon landing is fake because you can't see the stars. and this is a photo. This is a photo of. You can see in the background here, especially
There's
in
no stars.
you can't see many
We just
stars.
got lights.
Yeah. So I think if I can find another photo,
But is that like some
okay,
like the frames per second can catch them up or
this is the
something?
photo.
Why is he holding it up if it's on the moon? It's got like hardly any gravity. Shouldn't it just
Hey, look,
float there?
guys, it's floating.
Whoa.
You just know they got really bored. Do you reckon they did like donuts with the spaceship? They just like,
The rover.
Boxer, they're doing donuts, just tearing up the track.
Do you think they had fun on the fucking moon? Just like, whee!
I know, because
Just randomly jumped.
it must feel so lonely up there on the moon. Like
I know that feeling all too well.
it's literally just you guys. Unless there's like some Russians just hiding behind a rock going, oh, we might have
We had vodka.
They're just there like opening their shield, drinking the vodka, putting it back down.
The Americans just like have.
Not us. We drink like that. Like, so this photo, they're saying one of the reasons that you don't think it's fake is because it's black.
I mean, there is one real way we can check if it's real, isn't there? We build our own ship, we fly up there, and we see.
Yeah, with the budget.
And we knock it down and put a British flag on there.
I'm sure Poundland have got it in like the reduced sale.
Just you got your milk, you got your steak,
your nuclear fission.
you got an Apollo 11 space rocket, all for £1.
Yeah, to be fair, you can get some good stuff in Poundland. Like I was in it the other day. I did that thing. So you know when you buy, you do like with your partner, you do that thing where you buy their favorite drink, their favorite food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did that.
You try being like, yeah.
I was there thinking,
I'm a good boyfriend for once.
I'm gonna get some lovely meals, something nice. And I thought, you know what, I'd make the most of this. We had £3 as the budget. I bought her a 4-pack of Kit Kat Chunkies, Tropicana, which was beautiful, and then the silly toy I bought her a dice game. And because I had a little bit of money left, it was mix and match. So I bought another Kit Kat Chunky, and then she gets the present and she goes, "Oh, I don't even like Kit Kats." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine. You've just got 5 of them." So I'm there. I'm just going, "Oh, you don't like Kit Kats? There's your Kit Kat." So she looked at the first one. She's going, "I don't like it." I was like, "That's fine." And they're just looking at the pack of 4 in my hands, just going, "Yeah, no, yeah, that's cool."
Yeah.
I got some.
What did you get me?
I got some Kinder Hippos, which was really cool.
Does she like hippos?
She does. I think we basically just bought for ourselves in this. I don't think.
Yeah, I think
have one.
it does sound like it.
Yeah, but anyway, back to space.
Yeah.
What I find remarkable is that the camera quality for 1969 is like look at these, like
that's like high definition. He's got the flash on his camera there.
Yeah, like, and especially like the ones like these.
Yeah,
these are all just.
How do we get the lights on the space station there? That's what I'm confused about.
And those ones are a reflection from the Earth, but then when you get photos like this, people are saying the shadows are inconsistent. One thing they've said about this is the shadows are inconsistent with that of where the sun is and Earth, and lights reflecting off the Earth and bouncing onto the moon.
It just seems a bit off, personally, because I did history for GCSEs. The whole time the Russians were in front until out of nowhere, USA said we're up in space. Like they didn't do as many tests as the Russians did, which that's why I always thought. Personally, it's like 60% real, 40% fake. Because if you see, Russian make the first rocket that went into space. Russian made the first rocket that went into orbit. Russians sent a monkey up to space. I think they sent a dog.
I love that.
Yeah, just a monkey that yo.
Like, what we need to send up something alive. What do we do first? Some guy's probably gone, "It's okay. We sent my daughter. She Sputnik. She's great." And then this guy's going, "No, monkey."
Monkey.
And he's just going, "No, that is a good idea. We sent monkey into space." No. Just one monkey. I think that monkey This is the thing. I redid a bit of research this, and they actually taught the monkey some of the like how to actually control the ship. So when it's up there, and the way they did it, sometimes they would actually just have a button down on Earth which flashed the
Yeah,
correct buttons up in
yeah,
space.
because it's just like it's like a toddler. It just touches anything and it flashes.
Yeah, that monkey's probably thinking like A, B, C, D, just smashed about.
He's just flying a whole rocket.
Makes me wonder what the actual original ship looked like. Do you reckon they had like the whole cutouts you get for kids, where you put a square in a square, and a circle?
Just,
It's like, okay, we need to boost the thrusters. That's the triangle in the triangle shape. Oh, yeah, but it makes me wonder what like the camera stuff they had. I think it's remarkable
yeah,
they're able to take pictures like this. But when
because they recorded it as well, didn't they? But they recorded
yeah,
it in black and white.
yeah, I think it's
If you can take pictures in color,
photography, because obviously photography was more excelled at getting color than
yeah,
which
video.
thing is I wonder is a lot of people were saying how the light in the back of the space, you can't see the other stars because they're so far away, but also they're so faint that your eye can like just about pick them up. Like the eye just picks up,
Yeah,
the camera won't, because they're so faint. But also the camera will pick up the lightness from the actual surface of the moon. So it's like incredibly bright that the camera's overblown almost.
yeah.
Okay, so
But
the moon landing is fake because the shadows aren't right.
I've seen this on before many times and many times.
Yeah.
They don't add up in all the pictures. They just seem one picture's like that, but then you've got one from a different angle, but the shadows are perpendicular with the camera.
Hmm.
Big word.
So
Definitely,
these are
guys.
the images I have. So we've got this one here,
Yeah.
this one here, which we've shown earlier, and
Mm.
these are the only images I've chosen. But like the
But
shadow,
you can,
the shadows are all very consistent. They all fall behind them.
yeah, but there's this one where it's like taken from this angle,
Yeah.
but the shadows are pointing upwards, like the way the camera is facing. So like the light is behind them. But you can clearly see that the light is on the left. It's just it's a
Uh,
bit iffy because it's like, if that's really on the moon, does the camera have a flash on it? And if so, why is the flash not working here? And if they were just taking pictures like that, why would they move all the lights? Like you see in the previous picture, they clearly have like big lights. Why'd you move them just for one picture?
it makes me.
Unless it is fake.
It's interesting to see how the space shuttle was back then and the Apollo 11, because imagine if people went up to space now, they would not only just have these kind of cameras, they would have high tech Nikon
Yeah.
3000 with like selfie sticks.
You have one like you could even have like an iPhone up there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I think they're just sit down on the podcast chairs, sitting on
Sit down. Yo, boys, so today, this series, we're on the moon.
we're on the moon. Yeah, but like I do think in terms of the stars, I think that having the space back, I do think that's just a really bad excuse.
Yeah. I, I can see a little bit with the camera because like with these pictures they're all good, but there's some pictures out there with the light just completely different.
So another thing, which if I get it up, um, the moon landing is fake because you can't see Armstrong's camera. I don't I don't know if they're expecting to see like a hall of mirrors.
Selfie. On the moon. Yo,
Like how there's just a
duck
picture of like
face.
all of the astronauts are like that, and then one's just like they're all just
You
there,
got Stone Island on them.
they're all in their River Island astronaut suits, just there like. Yeah, so I think that's ridiculous to say. I think, oh, because you can't see the camera. If I take a photo of you, you're not going to see my camera. I get it in terms of
Yeah,
reflections because they've got the visor, but
visors.
those
But
visors
you
are
can't really see a picture from there, can you?
exactly, but also they're distorted. Like some of the closer ones, like this is probably closer, but like the distortion in the visor is going to warp it.
Mm.
It's like you're going to be so tiny in the middle, but everything else is going to be stretched out on the sides.
It's like when you're looking at yourself on the spoon.
Yes.
This is
I
wee.
was like, I don't lick spoons, and because I thought you could lick, so I was like, I don't lick spoons. Just late at night, run down to the kitchen, no one's looking, open the spoon, lick a spoon, put it back.
Yes, let's go. Mission completed.
Yeah, you couldn't lick a spork though. I always worry that I'm going to catch my tongue on the end. Just like, oh,
Oh, oh,
you, lick,
oh, oh.
you just stop. You're like, do I tempt it with the little sporks or not? But yeah,
Have you
so
seen one of them sporks with a knife on them now? They're upgrading. It's quite scary.
knife. What is it
Yeah,
like?
it's like on the spoon bit. It's a bit. It's like razor that you can cut. Oh my god, sporks are upgrading. And I don't like it.
Oh, jeez. I do like
Yeah,
I do
but
like the temptation of the spoon. So you look in 1A and it's upright and you're just really turn to. But if you turn it over, whole world's fucked. You know, you've gone upside down. You don't know what's left. You're there just going,
one
hey,
way you're like, "Hi, I look good." The other way, I'm Australia.
you're looking at it going, hang on, I was all right earlier. Oh, thank God. Oh, your
What's
whole
happened to
life
me?
will change, and you just like you turn around, you look up the ceiling, like,
Where am I?
yeah. So we'll have a look at this is one of my favorites of the theories and the things that suggested and the facts. The moon landing is fake because Stanley Kubrick filmed it. This is genuine. So people believe that Stanley Kubrick filmed and staged the Apollo moon landing. Do you know who Stanley?
What's he got?
Do you know who Stanley Kubrick is?
Kind of, yeah,
He filmed Space Odyssey 2001. You know, the
yeah,
famous one where he's jogging around and the whole floor changes. Yeah.
yeah.
So he filmed that one, and based on how realistic he made it in the studio, people believed he was behind the original, which was, I think, hang on, let me have a look. I'm pretty sure Stanley Kubrick's 2001 Space Odyssey was after.
After the moon landing,
Yeah.
it 100% is. We didn't go up to the moon in 2001.
Oh no, 1968. So it was a year before the moon landing. So Stanley Kubrick's film came
Oh,
a year before.
okay. I can kind of see their logic now because it came before the moon landing, didn't it?
And that's good quality video. Like that is some of the shots
Yeah,
and that is brilliant. Like he creates this zero gravity feel in some of his
yeah.
scenes, which I think they've just gone, hey, he was a good director.
Good set. Looks a bit fake.
It's
Boom, link.
interesting though, because people there it's been debunked, but like people believe
Yeah.
that he was behind the original moon landing set. Like imagine walking onto set, you're gonna have it's just gonna be a whirlwind of emotions, isn't it? You're gonna walk
Yeah.
You're going to see Stanley Kubrick. You're going to be in an astronaut suit. You're going to be like, shit, I'm a real astronaut. Oh my God, Stanley Kubrick, why is there wind in space? And you just,
That's the first question. Why is there wind in space? You've ruined it all. They're gonna know it's fake. There's wind in space.
they will. And it's like, I just think the whole idea, because he made, his film is really good. If you watch his film, it's
Yeah,
really good.
I've
And
seen. I've seen it. It's really good.
it's a really good representation of space. And obviously there's better ones. Have you seen Interstellar?
No, not yet.
But the thing is, here's the thing I looked up. So there was, in order for this to be a secret, one of the reasons why it can't be true, this conspiracy, is that there would be so many people working on the moon landing. You would have a director, Stanley Kubrick himself.
Yeah.
You would have the 12 astronauts. You would have costume designers, set designers. You would have lighting designers.
One of them surely would have spoke about this.
Exactly, yeah. There'll be so many. One of them would at least spoke, or at least put it on their CV by accident. You know, says here you worked on the moon landing. Is that true? What does the CV say? That's true.
Looks up, has a gun to his head. Don't say anything.
Oh, the thing is that it's like there's a theory of which is definitely covered in another episode is the Men in Black.
Oh yeah, I've seen some videos online.
People believe the Men in Black are real, and if anything, these guys have got to be included in this.
Yeah,
They've got to be in somehow. Like
it's like the top.
if anyone even spoke, they must have had like a list or something, or like been very careful trying to make sure no one speaks. Like the chance
Yeah,
one of those thousands of people working on it
Surely one of them would have accidentally like blurted it out when they were drunk.
So the last point, one of the last points I have here is Single pointed to the book "We Never Went to the Moon," which was self-published in 1974 by Bill Kaysing, a former engineer who has since died. What have you got to say about that?
Was he part of NASA?
So
When
he's part of the Apollo 11 engineer team. So not
what?
necessarily one of the one of the astronauts, or one of the
Yeah,
actual
but he worked on the spaceship.
worked on building the rocket.
Yeah. How did he die?
Men in
That's
Black.
a very good. That's a very good. How did he die?
We will talk about that in another episode. It's like, to write a book as bold as that.
Yeah. Like there's making money, there's clickbaiting, and then there's that.
But to be fair though, he's dead. So he's kind of like the guy who says something in the group chat and just gets ignored. You know,
He's the boy who cried wolf and then shot himself.
he's the guy who says like, "There's 13 hot milfs in your area," and then you just don't. But like, that is a bold statement to put in the book, especially since he worked on it. To say something like that, so it's
that's
like,
very bold.
Did he just doing it for attention though? Because did he just say it to get people to think, "Oh,
think of the money he would get from that book"?
Get like minimum wage. That's what I'm wondering. Was he getting minimum wage, and this is his backlash?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know what? Take this.
£2.50 an hour.
Jog on, Apollo.
Have that.
His golf cart drives off. But like, to say such a
say that
statement.
I think we need to buy the book.
Yeah, I do. Join us next week as we do a live reading. Do you reckon it says something like on the inside, like from the makers?
From the makers of the one who made NASA.
It's like, and at the end, it's just like saying like, if you like reading Moonwalk, the moon landing wasn't real, then you might like reading Jesus isn't real.
Jesus disappeared.
It's just that picture of Jesus on a dinosaur. Yeah.
But think, astronaut, it's an easy job. Well, the training, yeah.
Sorry. If you think, we were literally saying that like half an hour ago, astronauts are one of the hardest jobs, and how much they do, and how much training they do, and you're just there like, yeah, I think it's pretty easy.
No, if you think of it, the training, yeah, okay. But as soon as you're up there, you're just like, way, fly.
It's more like, way.
It's just fly.
One move of that, you get flying off to the other side of the moon, like pop and locks to what?
Wait, no. So you know, America and Russia, they were in the Cold War.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to weaponize the moon?
Have you been watching Despicable Me again?
No, think where I'm coming from though.
Okay.
You've got the moon, okay? The Americans got there first, obviously. Well, apparently. You build a massive cannon on it, and you've got an orbital strike. Then Russia would be like, "Yo, we don't want to mess with you because you've got the moon, and these nukes will back down. You win." They never did that. Why? Like, is there a law against it? I don't think so.
But that's the same as saying, is there a law to put a leash around the moon so that you can just hold on to it? And just...
Is there a law against that? No. Have we been able to make that yet? No.
We are going to make a leash for the moon so it doesn't run off.
Just start swinging it around.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know where it goes in the daytime. I'm kind of worried.
Actually, a secret Russian light switch. They just turn it on and off.
Turns out the moon's just a massive lamp. And it's just like a power cable coming all the way from space into the Russian base. And they keep unplugging it. Like, oh shit, the moon's turned off for a day. It's all right. Take it out, leave it for 12 hours, put it back in, we'll try again. And that's how night is invented. You want light? I give you light. You want solar eclipse? I give it 40%. Yeah, so
how far away is the moon, do you think?
I think it's I don't know, good 5k away.
I can run that, mate. What are you on about?
Up to 5k, I find is tiring. I'm not gonna.
Mate, I started doing that and gave up on week 1.
The sofa to 5k, honestly, it's ridiculous. Like I feel
The
like,
sofa to stairs is brilliant.
I
You
mean,
go from your sofa to your stairs.
last year I used to live in a house with 3 sets of stairs, so I would run up each set of stairs and run all the way back down. Tell you what, my abs were killing, and they were ripped. Just saying, anyone, I'm not fat. I do have abs.
Oh, I can confirm. However, he is taking ladies. I'm sorry.
I'm going to edit that bit out. I'm joking. No. Yeah, no, I am happily taken. She's not 12. Don't.
I don't know if it took you that long to realize.
I hate
I
it
said she
when
was 12.
people add years to their age. It's just. So all I have to say now is, do you think the moon landing is real or fake? What's your thoughts on this conspiracy overall?
I think personally, it is 70% real. I still have that 30% though. Until, like I say, I'm a firm believer in when I see it, I'll believe it.
So when
It's
you're
like, when I'm just on the moon, like, oh, flag there, yeah, I'll believe it. Let's go on.
and you walk out in the house and you find yourself on the moon, then you'll believe it. Nice. Okay. So thank you for coming on the show.
Gally, it was a pleasure.
It's been great fun having a laugh. We've had so many topics brought up. Stanley Kubrick,
Yeah.
wind in space, a lovely Russian accent. You know, we've had it all.
A spork with a knife on it.
Yes, and
Can't
I think
forget that.
highlight for me was "We're on the moon." But all I have to ask is one last thing. Any theories you want to say before you go? Any theories you want to get out there?
Hell is real.
Okay.
I'm just going to let that sink in until you get me on another episode.
Hell isn't real.
Yes.
Isn't or is?
Isn't.
Isn't. Okay. We can talk about that for a bit. We've still got the 10 minutes of the show.
Oh, God, no. What have I done now? Personally, okay, so you never have heaven. They call it the Silver City. What do they call hell? Hell.
Rochester.
He feels a bit... Personally, I'd feel a bit left out. If, say, I was down there.
Yeah, Satan's there doing all these hard work. So I don't get the recognition I deserve.
Also, no. Jesus died for your sins, didn't he?
Not
It
mine,
says in the Bible.
to
Forever, yeah, just yours only.
got a lot of sins to do for me. Then he's just there like, again? For God's sake.
Again? Really?
He's just like, oh, for God's sake, sorry, Father. It's just...
No, he died for our sins. Then surely everybody should go up to heaven. If he died for our sins, then they're going to heaven.
This kind of topic, and that's all for today. No, no, it's an interesting point. I think for me, I'm very in between as to whether it's real or not. I think to believe in it is to give hope, almost.
Yes.
I think it's very real. I think it could be real, but I think where I'm in between is because no one knows. The only experiences and details we have of heaven and hell is what people with near-death experiences have had, and they've been
the Bible.
Yeah, exactly. But all the near-death experiences have been proven to just be the brain, because obviously when you die, your heart stops first, but your brain can carry on for a while.
Your brain carries on for like.
So the images
like 10 minutes.
When your heart stops, when you're heart dead, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what you perceive heaven and hell is. So it makes me wonder how we actually are ascending or descending.
Yeah.
Or whether.
Can we just talk about if Jesus had like Air Force Ones on, grey tracksuit? It's like, yo, good man, you made it.
He's just there. He's just finished a game 7-1 against the Trojans.
Holy shot! Every time you type holy shit, and it autocorrects to holy shot. It's actually Jesus just doing one of them.
Just there and going, oh God, another one. Just shoots back.
Another one.
Oh no, that's
I'd love to see Jesus. It'll be a good. I think he'll be a swell lad.
It's like that question. If you were sitting at a table, you had to invite 3 guests, who would you invite of anyone, whether real or not? The other day I was asked this, and I said I would choose Vishnu, God, and Muhammad, and just let them argue it out. So another one which was said was I said I would love to see Jesus in a room with people from Jesus's time. Like I'd love to see, because obviously we don't know if Jesus was real.
No.
So if it was just a story spread around people, which people had made up, imagine I would probably be a villager at that time going, oh yeah, Jesus is real. Met him last week. Walked on water. I'm just chatting shit. Now imagine if
Yeah.
this meal was possible. I just zap 2 people sitting at the table with Jesus, and they'll be like, "Oh shit, oh shit."
Oh no.
Jesus is there going, "Why are you telling everyone to walk on water?"
He's like, yo, boss man, what are you dying for?
So, well, you lad. Thank you very much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure having you, and you've given some great ideas and had some great jokes. Have you enjoyed yourself?
I've really enjoyed myself. Yes, I'd love to come back again.
You're absolutely fine to come back again. I'm sure we will definitely have you again. I say sure because we're not quite sure, but no.
Yeah.
And thank you to all you watching. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast where we've chatted about the moon landing. And join us next week as we will talk about another theory and we debunk some more clues and just have fun. So, from me and Harry, thank you very much and see ya.
Thank you very much and goodbye.